Stand aside, Star Atlas. The heavyweight just threw their hat in the ring and has indicated that they will potentially be bringing something Metaverse, NFT related to gaming coming to us from the juggernaut that is CCP, makers of EVE Online. And this article just posted yesterday by CCP Helmer saying we are not going to bring blockchain to our servers, saying basically the opposite of what I'm saying. But if you read between the lines, it's very clear what they are thinking. Now, for those who are new to the channel, let me explain where I'm coming from. First of all, before we kick it off, a big thank you to my Patreon backers. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your ongoing support. It is greatly appreciated. Let's kick off what's happening here. Posted by CCP Helmer just yesterday, and he says that we are looking at blockchain, but we're not bringing it to our servers. Let me explain my stance here, because it is complicated. Now, first of all, I think it is short-sighted to put on blinders and ignore what's happening out there in the NFT world. If you are a game developer and you see garbage like Pixelmon raise $70 million, you think to yourself, hang on a second, there's money chasing this. Is this something we can do? Now, NFTs and anything blockchain related is hated immensely by actual gamers. We don't want blockchain, we don't want NFTs, we don't want anything financial incentives in the game itself. And the big criticism I have to everything out there, to 95% of the things out there, and the reason why you see me give so much hate to NFT and the Metaverse, which you know how much I love that, the reason why I give it so much hate is because almost every single NFT and blockchain related game is building up using profit as the main incentive and gaming as an afterthought. They're thinking first we're going to make money and then we'll build the game around it with the profit incentive as the reason why you will play our game, and that's not going to work. It's just not going to work. We're going to see so many of these NFT gaming projects just implode or rug pull or disappear over the next year because it just doesn't work. A game with longevity needs to be fun and engaging, and no one else does space MMOs with longevity better than CCP. I believe they're going on 20 years here. So let's read what they have to say about it. I think it's a fascinating experiment, and I can, without even looking at what the player base is saying, I can tell you it's universally hated. Anything blockchain related or NFT related in EVE Online will cause a massive revolt. EVE players are revolting. They will revolt. A revolt we haven't seen the likes of, we've never seen before. So let's read what CCP Helmer has been saying here. There has been a lot of speculation around blockchain technology, NFTs, and cryptocurrency, and what that means for the future of EVE Online, so I wanted to address it. At CCP, our mission is to have the EVE universe outlive us all, EVE forever. One huge part of this is exploring new technologies and new possibilities, something EVE players know that I'm always fascinated by. This philosophy is rooted in EVE Online's inception. When we created EVE, it was seen as too radical and ambitious, yet here we are about to celebrate EVE's 19th anniversary, and that is impressive. I mean, this game does have longevity, and if you've not tried it, EVE is free to play. Go in there, give it a shot, but warning, it will take you years to really understand the depth and complexity that is EVE. Many of us at CCP have been following the new frontier that has been developing around blockchains and cryptocurrencies for the past few years. We've read your feedback, which I'm sure has been glowing. We've read your feedback, and we've also seen what you see. Blockchain tech has both a lot of untapped potential and a lot of work needed before being ready for EVE scale games. Translations. Your feedback is, this is all garbage and we should never ever touch it or you will leave this game forever. We hear you on that, is what they're saying there. On that note, we have no plans to add blockchain technology into EVE Online's global server tranquility for the foreseeable future. Let me translate that sentence for you there. They have no plans to add blockchain technology onto the global server tranquility. Nothing about the test server or any new server they may make for the foreseeable future. That's them basically leaving the door open saying, yeah, we are probably going to try something with this. I will predict that they were actually pretty far into doing something. And if I was CCP, I would not want to piss off my player base. So what they are very likely doing is creating a separate IP, create a new game on a new server, EVE related, and sell those ships as NFTs, sell skills as NFTs. There's so much they can do with it, but just not inside of current EVE Online. That is 100% where they are going with this, and I predict that sometime this year, we will see some sort of announcement of them introducing a new game, which is totally NFT blockchain related. And if they do this, let's be clear about this, because they're not wrong. Out of all the current blockchain related games, if CCP went that route, they would overnight be the preeminent Metaverse game that everyone's freaking out about and wants to be a part of, because they are the ones that could flip a switch and overnight be that Metaverse game, which is going to dominate everything else out there. They have the gameplay down. They know how to do it. And if they inject blockchain NFTs into it, that blockchain gaming crowd will be all over this. So I think they can do it. But as long as it's separate from what EVE Online is right now, as long as separate from Tranquility, as long as a completely separate IP from EVE Online, they could potentially become a pretty serious Metaverse gaming company. I'm very curious to see where this goes. Let's just finish this article here. On that note, we have no plans to add blockchain technology onto EVE Online's Tranquility server. For the coming years, development for Tranquility will focus on building exciting new opportunities on top of the robust foundation that has been laid over the past 2 decades. While we remain intrigued by the technology, for us, NFT stands for not for tranquility. Ha! Nice one. But that just means, they're open to it somewhere else. Overall, the EVE IP will continue to push the boundaries of digital economies and virtual worlds, and we will continue to explore that outside of Tranquility. I think this is very clear. I think this is very clear where it's going to go. And keep in mind that EVE Online has the deepest and broadest economy in any game world I know. They have a full-time economist working at CCP just to keep things balanced there. So if there was a company to pull it off, CCP could possibly be the one to do that. So I'm curious to know, if you are a current EVE Online player, is the community, I'm assuming the same as any other gaming community, strongly against NFTs and blockchain-related items in their game? But if CCP built IP outside of that, completely separate, how would you, as an EVE player, feel about that? Let me know. Post below. And if you enjoy my content, let's wrap it up, guys. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm curious to know where this goes, and I'll be following this story very, very closely. I will see you in the next one.